Hi students, we are discussing the 6th unit reproduction. So, the reproduction is very important. In last class, we discussed cell division is a continuation in life process. Like different types of scientists we discussed, like Rudolf von Virchow, Robert Remak, Walter Fleming, like Gregor Mendelssohn, August Weismann, Theodore Boveri. What they did state, what are the statement we discussed. And today class, cell division in human beings. Cell division in human beings. In human beings also cell division will take place or not? Exactly. Yes. If there is no cell division in human beings, we will not develop in our mother wombs. Where cell division will take place? In mother womb only. When zygote form, fusion of sperm and the ovum, zygote form, it will develop into embryo. When this embryo is developing, mitosis process will take place. I already explained in last class. Division of cell is called as mitosis. Division of site, division of cell. One cell will be divided into two cells, 2 into 4, 4 into 8, 8 into 16, like that. The cell will be divided. So we can see after in the embryo also the mitotic division will take place, but it will be continuations, it will not stop. But some parts in our body will be not divided. For example, heart, brain, nerves are not divided if they are damaged. For example, if any part is cut in our body, if the skin is cut, what happens? You can see the blood will come away from the body, from the blood vessels. It will oozes outside. But after 3 to 6 minutes, we know that the coagulation of blood we discussed in third lessons. The blood will be clotted within 3 to 6 minutes. It is called as coagulation of bloods. It will stop of the bleeding. Once it cut, bleeding will take place after 3 to 6 minutes. The blood will be clotted. Bleeding will be stopped. What happens? The enzymes will react in this, and if the platelet release an enzyme is called as thrombokinase will be entangled with the thrombokinase, and the fibers is released. It will attach and pull together. There are so many like processes there. Finally the blood will be clotted. These injury parts will be what happens. It will be the damaged parts will be recovered after a few days. What happens? Where the cell is damaged, there the cell is from the pre-existing cell. The division of cell will take place. There the division of cell will take place until the damaged part is recovered. After a few days, these parts will be recovered because of division of cells. In our body, the division of cell will take place. If there is no divisions, if any parts is damaged, it will remain so like that only. But not all the parts in the body will not take place divisions. I already told you that like heart, brain, nerves, once they are damaged, they will not divide. We can see the division of cell is called as mitosis. The division of cell is called as mitosis. During this division, it will take around 40 to 60 minutes. 40 to 60 minutes time duration in this mitosis process. The period between cell division is called as interphase. The period, the time 40 to 60 minutes, the period between cell division is called as interphase. In interphase, we have some like phases in this interphase. The one is G1 phase. G1 phase. Second is S phase. Third one is Z2 phase. We have some phases in interphases. What is G1 phase? G1 phase is nothing but it's a linking period, completion of mitosis, and beginning of DNA replication is called as G1 phase. Completion of mitosis. Mitosis is going to complete, but the beginning of DNA replication is called as G1 phase. In this phase, in G1 phase, cell size is going to increase. Cell size is going to increase in this phase. G1 phase, G2 phase is nothing, it is exactly opposite to the Z2 phase. What happens in Z2 phase? So, beginning of mitosis, completion of DNA replication in Z2 phase. This is opposite to the Z2 phase. And what is S phase? DNA synthesis. DNA synthesis in S phase, leading duplication of chromosomes. Leading duplication of chromosomes. Leading duplication of chromosomes in S phase. DNA synthesis takes place in S phase. They will ask, what is G1 phase? What is S phase? What is G2 phase? And we can expect any 1 marks questions or 2 marks questions or half marks questions from this part. Cell cycle, it is called as cell cycle. Always they will ask 1 marks question or 2 marks question, or in the bit, this compulsory they will ask questions from this particular place, cell cycle. So the cell division is called as mitosis. The time 40 to 60 minutes. The period between cell division is called as interphase, also important. G1 phase, S phase and Z2 phase. It is very, very important. Next one. Important for 4 marks question. Observe different stages in mitotic division. Very, very important for 4 marks questions. They will ask, what is the difference between the mitosis and meiosis also? Mitosis and meiosis. Or else the last question. Observe different stages of mitotic cell division. Mitotic cell division. What is meiosis? We will discuss in next class. The mitosis and the meiosis. Mitosis is nothing but one cell will divide into two cells, two will divide into four, four will divide into like 8. In meiosis process, chromosomes number number will be reduced. During sexual reproduction, the chromosomes number will be reduced. It is very, very important. There are 4 stages is there in the mitotic cell divisions. They are, you should simple to remember, you should remember this code. PMAT. PMAT. PM, I think you know PM, Prime Minister. Et. PM, et. PM, et. You should remember the names. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. PM at 80. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. You can see the diagram, different diagram also. When cell is dividing, we can observe the different stages of when cell is division, how the mitosis process will take place in this cell. And this is the cell. In the cell, you can see the cytoplasm, cell membrane. The dot-like structure is called as nucleus. These are nucleus, and the nucleus. The thread-like structure is available. This thread-like structure is called as chromosomes. Chromosomes. In first phase, you can see a clear picture of this diagram. Chromosomes are visible even in a light microscope. We can see these chromosomes. In prophase, what happens? In prophase, what happens? This chromosomes is going to split longitudinally to form chromatids. Chromosomes is going to split and to form chromatids. The nuclear membrane is going to disappear. The chromosomes is going to see in the light color, in the light, in the even a normal light also. This chromosomes is going to split longitudinally to form chromatids. This nuclear membrane is going to disappear in prophase. In second diagrams, so what happens? In second diagrams, see how they are looking. These chromosomes are split and form chromatids. Chromosomes are split, there is no nucleus is there. Nucleus is not surrounded to these chromosomes. Chromosomes are ready to move to spindle equators. Spindle fibers attached to the chromatids. This chromosomes is ready to move a spindle equators like north poles and south poles. They are ready to move the poles. These spindle fibers are attached to the centromere. Centromeres. In metaphase, they are moving toward the equators, poles. The spindle fiber attached to this centromeres. Next one is anaphase. Next one is like see what happens in anaphase. Centromere split to form chromatids. The centromeres are split to form chromatids. They are moved toward the poles. They are separated. Here this chromatids are separated. 4 chromatids is going to form 8 chromatids. They are separated. Centromeres are split to the chromatid. These centromeres are splitted to form chromatids. See, in prophase, you can see the chromosomes is going to split into chromatids. They are moving toward the poles. Here they are separated. Chromatids are separated, pulling toward this poles. The last is telophase. What happens in telophase? You can see the pictures in the telophase. See the telophase. What happens? Again, chromatids are formed. Chromosomes, the new chromosomes are formed. When division takes place in this process, in the cell divisions, new chromosomes are formed. These nucleus are bounded toward these chromosomes. Chromosomes are bounded with the nucleus. The cytoplasm is going to ready to divide. Cytoplasm is going to ready to divide. What happens? It will be separated like this. So this cytoplasm is going to form around this nucleus. The 2 daughter cells are formed. Cytoplasm is ready to divide. New chromosomes are formed. So the nuclear membrane is, you can see the nuclear membrane is formed around these chromosomes. Around these chromosomes. From 1 daughter cells, 2 daughter cells are formed. This is the, observe the different stages of mitotic cell divisions. What happens? There are 4 stages there. One is PMH, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. How the genetic materials are transformed from the division of the cell in the mitotic division cells. These chromatids like DNA, DNs, ribonucleic acids are how they are transforming into the next cells. If the cell is damaged here, when division takes place, one cell will be divided into 2 cells, 2 will be divided into 4, 4 will be divided into like 8 cells. Until the damage is recovered, these divisions will take place. This is called as interphase. It will take around 40 to 60 minutes for this duplication of this Z1 phase, S phase and C2 phase is called as interphase. Whether it is plants or animals, the mitotic cell division will take place. Once again, I am simply explaining. This diagram also very important. Sometimes they will give this diagram and they will ask what is the phase. See, prophase, you can see nucleus is there, chromosomes are visible. Chromosomes are visible. In metaphase, what happens? They are ready to split. They are attached to this centromeres. Centromeres divided in the anaphase. In last stage, cytoplasm is going to divide. New cells are formed. So these chromosomes are bounded with the nucleus. This is the 4 stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Very important for 2 marks. Diagram and explanation. What happens in first stage? What happens in second stage, third stage, and fourth stage? Also, sometimes they will ask what is the difference between the mitosis and meiosis. Also important. Okay. Thank you, students. Today homework you have to write cell cycle. Cell cycle. G1 phase, G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase. 3 cell cycle compulsory we can expect 1 or 2 marks questions. And the next one is observe the different stages of mitotic cell divisions. This 4 prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. PM88 diagram and the information is present on the table. This is very important for 2 marks. Sometimes 2 marks, 1 marks questions, and in bits also we can expect this question. They will give the name and they will ask the diagrams. They will give the diagram, they will ask the names. What happens in the first diagram, second diagram, third diagram, and fourth diagram also they will ask. Okay, this is very important. Read and write once again. Okay.